Om Shri Sai Ram. In this world, there are some beautiful things which cannot be seen but felt. And friendship is one such thing. A friend is not somebody with whom we always feel comfortable. They could challenge us, they could criticize us, they could inspire us to do things which we never dreamt of. And again, friendship is not some watertight compartment. Your mother, your father, your relative could be your friend. And at the same time, your friend could be your brother or a sister. Okay, as I say all this, I remember this very famous quotation on friendship. Tell me your company and I'll tell you who you are. So we realize that in this world out there, we have two types of company, and one is good company and the other is bad. Now let us see what is the impact that these two can have on us. So let us assume that I am like a glass of water. Okay, my value is less, and there is a group which is like a barrel full of rich and nutrient milk, and that is a good company. So when I go and mix with them, what happens is my value increases when I become a part of that barrel of milk, and nothing much really happens to the barrel. So this is what good company can do to us. It can increase our value. Now let us see just the opposite one. Imagine that I am a glass of milk, very nutrient and very rich, and monetarily also having greater value. Suppose there is a barrel of water, not sure what type of water it is also. I go and mix myself in that. What happens to me? Whatever nutrient value, whatever monetary value I had, I lose when I become part of that. So this is what good company and bad company can do to us. But here is the twist. Kabir has given a very, very interesting statement. Come on, let us analyze. So eagerly waiting to hear what Kabir told. Kabir once told his disciples that we have to do namaskar, like we have to do pranams to good company as well as bad company. His disciples understood, yeah, obviously we have to do pranams to good company, but why we should do this to bad company? They asked this doubt to Kabir. Kabir said, both good company as well as bad company will trouble us. Therefore, it is better to do pranams to them. Now this actually aggravated the doubt. Again, now the doubt is, obviously we all know that bad company will cause us trouble, but how is it that good company can cause us trouble? So first let us analyze how bad company causes us trouble. Actually, when we look around this world and through our experience, we feel that the good people are put into a lot of trouble. They seem to be facing a lot of problems. But the bad people, they get away with all their bad deeds. They have shortcuts, they have their own means of getting things done, and they never seem to be punished. But let us realize, my friends, that everybody has to repay for what they have done. Okay, if you don't believe in spirituality, what does science say? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Karma is a boomerang. Okay, now what happens if we are in bad company? Swami gives a very interesting analogy for us, and that is the analogy of a mosquito. There are a lot of mosquitoes that torment us and don't allow us to sleep. So we suffer like this for some days, and one day you think, okay, let me buy a mosquito net and tie it. You tie a mosquito net, you think, okay, let me live, let the mosquito also live. And after great trouble, when you just go in and sleep, 2 or 3 mosquitoes have somehow, with some knack, got into the mosquito net, and they keep biting you. So, and for people like me who are very allergic to this mosquito repellents, no, we can't put that heat and all. So next you think, what is it that I'm going to do? So the final choice is buying the bat. So when you buy the bat, what is it that you do? Do you charge the bat and keep it next to you? Just in case a mosquito bites, do you kill it with the bat? No. What I do is I charge a bat and go around the house. I put a stool, I climb up. I search for all the mosquitoes in the loft, here, there, and kill each and every mosquito. I don't care whether the mosquito bit me or not. Same is what will happen to us if we are in bad company. It doesn't matter whether you did that bad act or not. If you are in that company, just as any mosquito gets killed, if you are in a bad company, that will be your end. Now, what about good company? So we all understand, okay, let me finish that first. So we all understand that the moment we see bad company, we do namaskar to them and we tell, please leave me alone. That is done. Now let us move to good company. Now, why should we do pranams to good company, and in what way are they going to trouble us? Let us analyze this again. Suppose I am like dust. Imagine that good company is like breeze. What happens to dust? Dust which is there on the floor raises up and goes up in the presence of breeze. So, good company is such that it will elevate us, elevate our thoughts, elevate our words, and elevate our deeds. But just as anything in this world has a time and a place, this good company will also leave us. It could be your parents, or it could be your friends, or it could be anybody, an influencer in your life. This person will also leave you. And when the breeze stops, what happens to the dust? It will fall down. We feel that agony of separation and we are really troubled. So Kabir says, do pranams to good company also. But in the first example, I felt very happy. Okay, yeah, when I see bad company, I can do pranams. But what about the second one? It is really little bit troubling and a tricky one. So, is there a solution to this? So, my dear friends, what is the solution to good company leaving us? Swami gives it. In this world, whoever it may be, whether it is our friend or a relative, will at one point of time leave us. But who is the constant with us? It is we. So let us first ponder, are we a good company to ourselves? And when we start thinking like this, we realize that I am not an animal, I am a human being. I have this sense of discrimination which the animals don't have. So let me first begin to leave all those animal qualities and live like a human being. But don't stop there, my dear friends, because there is this quotation which all of us have heard. Paropakarartham idam shariram, meaning that this body is given to us not merely to use for ourselves but for the benefit of the society. And there is another meaning also to it. Para upakara, in the sense something, para is something that is beyond all this world, and upa means near. So when we start introspecting, we realize that we are not animals, we are men or women, but don't stop at that. Actually, each of us are divine. And when we realize this, we can think, what is it that we do when we are in our own company? What is the thoughts that cross our mind? What are the words that we use? What are the deeds that we are doing? When we start transforming and refining ourselves, we who are like the coal will start embellishing ourselves, and we can refine ourselves and become the priceless diamond. Just take the instance of the jasmine flower. These flowers don't live long, white and pure. Have it in your hands for 5 minutes and probably you can put it on the table or anywhere. What happens to your hand? This hand starts smelling and it's so fragrant. Let our lives be like that. We may be here for a short spell of time, but let's make ourselves very pure so that before we go and look out for good or bad company, let us make ourselves that good company which the entire world will seek. If any of you are new here and watching this channel for the first time, I request you to subscribe to the channel. If you like this content, please like it and also share and spread this good content to your friends and relatives. Stay tuned, my dear friends. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.